they fall down. And the Charan Spasha is not very easy because there is so many glaciers we need to walk, and some holes also like a kharpas. So if people fall down in a kharpas, there will be no solutions. Okay, that is very risky also. That was very tough journey, but two Chinese was died, so that's the reason Chinese officially closed it. But last year, some of the company they operate like 1-2 athletes they operate like illegally, and now we heard that company is banned in Tibet, like this kind of thing. So this is why we don't want to take the risk. But we can consult with our Tibetan guide. We can see other people what they are doing also. Then we can decide. Okay, sir. So Charan Spasha is like very tough now. We cannot say we can do it or we cannot do it. Okay, like this kind of things. And next morning when we are going for Dolmala, that will be very tough day because that day we need to walk 22 kilometers. Altogether 22 kilometers. So in 22 kilometers, 6 kilometers is uphill. This 6 kilometer uphill is from Derapuk, our mud house, to like around 1.5 kilometer will be flat, then up, then around 1 kilometer will be flat, then up, then again flat, then up. Then we will reach on a Dolmala. So that 6 kilometers is like this. So not all the way up, okay? So that's the reason you don't need to be afraid, but you need to keep on mind. You can keep confidence in mind, then you can do it, like these kind of things. But this is very tough day. And then once...
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but the pony can go uphill?
Pony can go uphill. But if you have pony, you can use pony for up to the Dolmala high point, 5,636 meters. Even little bit down, okay? Not all the way top, because on the top is like some of the area have ice. So the pony man cannot control the pony on that high areas also, like icy area also. It can be slippery. So that's the reason little bit down they will left. But anyway, up to the after you reach in a Dolmala, you can think you complete it. But anyway, still the top point is there, because going down is more hard than going up. So going down is some of the area is like this, very slippery. So when you are going down, you need to be very, very careful. So if you have pony also, you cannot use your pony, okay? And once we reach in a Dolmala, after we walk like 500 meters, like almost 1 kilometer, we will see the Gauri Kunda over there, the very beautiful Kund. That Gauri Kunda, according to my knowledge, Gauri Kunda was used by Goddess Parvati while she became menstruation. In a menstruation time, she was using that Gauri Kunda for bathing, like this kind of purpose. So Gauri Kunda is very beautiful lake. So last month it was frozen. I don't know this month, okay? And some of the athletes want to collect the water, so they can collect the water from there if they can. If they cannot, they can ask our people and they can give something to them if they do hard work, okay? Like this kind of things. Then we need to continue like around 6 kilometers downhill. Then we will reach in a tea shop. Okay, so from tea shop, when we reach on a tea shop, we complete only 10 kilometers. So another 12 kilometers will be flat area. In a valley we need to walk, okay, like this. Then we will stay in a Jutulpo. But some of the athletes, if they don't want to stay in a mud house, they can take the rescue jeep from the first tea shop and they can drive directly to the Darchen, and they can stay in Darchen hotel also. But that costs you, okay? So that kind of things is optional, okay, like this kind of things. But I just let you. Sometimes some of the people will be tired staying in a mud house without showering, without having toilet, like this kind of things. But we can decide that will be later, and we need to consult with our Tibetan guide, and they will arrange these kind of things, okay, like these things. Then we will stay in Jutulpok that night. So that will be very tough day, and everybody will be very tired, but that will be happy time also. We complete the parikrama, okay, like these kind of things. And we will have dinner over there, and next morning after breakfast, or sometimes we will have only tea coffee over there, and we walk around 7 kilometers, the place called Chandu. and from Chondo we will drive back to the Darchen. And once we arrive in Darchen, we will put all our stuffs in our truck, in our bus, the baggage which we left there, collect that, and we will have breakfast over there, and then we will drive back to Saga. So while we are driving back to Saga, on our way we will complete half of the parikrama of the Manasarovar lake, because on our way up we are completing only half, another half is from the way. Okay, like these kind of things, and we will stop on a place called Hor, from where we started Manasarovar parikrama. On our way up, we will stop there, and we will see last darshan of Mount Kailas, and we will continue to drive to Saga. Okay, then stay overnight in Saga, and next morning we will drive to Kerum, because once you fly from Kathmandu to Lhasa, then your greenery will be gone. So no greenery over there. In Lhasa, Sigatse, up to Sigatse, on the way there is some green plants you can see, but not like Nepal, okay? But once you arrived in Kerum, Kerum is only 2,800 meters. That is a green valley, one of the beautiful place, okay? So which is surrounded by the Himalayas. So that's the reason you will enjoy it, but you may have a problems because you have a habit to stay in a low oxygen. So once you arrive back in Kerung, you will have a more oxygen. So more oxygen can be problem, okay, sometimes. But our hunger will be increased. That is. So in Kerung is one of the beautiful place, and then we stay overnight in Kerung. That night we will have a farewell dinner in Kerung, okay? And then next morning we drive to the border. It takes us 1 hour, and we cross the immigration of China, and we proceed. After we cross the immigration of China, then we go to Nepal immigration, and after we cross Nepal immigration, we drive back to the Kathmandu. Okay, so this is the main things. This is, I don't need to brief, but you all have an itinerary. But one main thing is I need to say, you need to leave all the tension to us, and you just need to say, need to be free in mind, and you just need to put the confidence on your mind. I can do it, I will do it, then you can do it. So if you are hesitant, if you think I can do it or not, if you like this kind of things, it makes you problem. So that's the reason, if you cooperate with us, if you share your problems with us in time, we will definitely complete it, like these kind of things. And this is my promise as a leader. I will try to do my best with support of my crews, okay, like these kind of things. So we all have a very experienced crew, so this is why you don't need to worry about the Kailas. And our main intention is to take you safely to the Mount Kailas, to make your successful parikrama, and to send you safely back to your home, to your family. So this is our promise to you, okay? So this is what we promise you. And if you have any questions, you can ask me, please.
When are we going to get the bags so we can start packing?
Today. Today you are going to get the bags. You are going to get one backpack. You are going to get one duffel bag, like these kind of things, because all your luggage, all your suitcases will be storage over here, and you need to pack the things what you need for Kailas trip. You need to pack in your duffel bag. That duffel bag shouldn't be more than 22 kilograms.
The duffel bag which we are going to check in
Yeah, 22 kilograms.
And the one that we carry?
7 kilograms.
7 kilograms.
Yes. So 22 and 7 kilograms. 1-2 kilo up and down is not a problem, but sometimes some of the athletes have 6-7 kilo up, so that will cost you, okay? Like these kind of things.
So when we get to the parikrama, aren't we getting you said some of the backpacks can be left behind.
Sorry?
Sorry, I'm losing my voice. When we get to the parikrama, when we start the parikrama, are we leaving the duffel bags behind? Or
Yeah,
is
when
it-
we are starting the parikrama, we need to carry those things what we need for 3 nights in a duffel bag. So that duffel bag will be shared. That 2 person need to pack in one duffel bag.
Oh.
One duffel bag of 2 person will be left there,
Oh.
and one duffel bag of 2 person will be taken. So that duffel bag shouldn't be more than 13 kilograms because egg doesn't carry heavy loads, and we cannot use many eggs, okay, like this kind of things. So that's the reason. That's the reason you need to put only those things what you need for 3 nights. Yeah.
For example, what we did.
Like normally, most of the time you need to change inners.
Yes.
So your inners you need to keep like 2-3 pairs of inners. But jacket we can use same, trouser we can use same, but thermals you can have extras like this kind of things. Okay, like this is the important.
So just to understand it clear, we get 13 kilograms for 2 people
Yeah.
in a duffel bag that will be carried out by the yak.
Yes.
That is included in the package.
Yes.
That's right. If you want to carry extra bag, that's where we have to pay for the port
Porter, yeah.
to do that.
Yes. But normally, okay, one thing, if you, my intention is, I don't want to say you don't need to hire a porter, but normally, if you put those things, what you need for night time, in a duffel bag, like that wouldn't be like more than 6-7 kilograms, okay? So you don't need to hire the porter also, okay? But of course, if you have a porter that can hold your hands and take you on a way down, like this kind of things, there is some benefits also.
Question on that, it means we have to carry our own water.
Yes.
Because porter may be away from us, or if we do.
No, normally porter should be with you,
Okay.
walk together. But sometimes when you are getting the porter, that can be like a lottery system. You cannot choose the porter. This guy can be my porter, this guy can be, because we also do not know the Tibetan peoples, okay? So they don't allow, sometimes they don't allow our people become a porter. So that's the reason you need to have a porter from Tibet.
So if we don't have the porter, then we are carrying our own water bottle.
Water bottle and the things what you need for daytime.
So to eat-
What you need to carry, the medicines, some snacks, pack lunch, water bottle.
Generally, how much weight is that?
Like 3 kilograms.
Kilograms at least.
6 kilograms
Yeah.
per person.
3
Per person.
per person.
How did you, if
3.5.
somebody rents a horse,
Yes.
what happens to the bag?
If somebody rents the horse, they have to have a porter.
Yeah.
So they are not allowed to carry a kilogram bag also on them, on a pony. Okay, so that's the reason. Sorry?
Not even a camera.
Camera sometimes they allow, some if the guy is very good, but sometimes they don't. But maybe your camera, I don't know, it is very heavy. Mobile will be okay.
But what about water? We cannot carry water when we are on the pony?
Water will carry the water for you.
So if you said we need to sip on the water, how will I sip on the
So
water?
this is the main thing. This is why if you are having pony, you have to have a porter.
No, I have a porter.
So if you have a porter, then
Your porter will be
your
there.
porter will be next to you. Then you need to water. Then you can use the international language. Normally they don't understand English. Also, you need to use the international language, and
Water.
then you can ask them to drink the water.
Because I have a camel pack.
Yes.
Water. Where I can sip the water. But you said I cannot carry that also.
Yes.
But I cannot.
But sometimes if you have a same guy as a pony man and porter, then you can have that backpack on you.
Yeah, that's a, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, but not every time.
And question, where do we buy I want to get some portable oxygen. Also, where do we buy that?
Okay, in Darchen you can buy it. In Darchen.
Yeah.
But normally we don't suggest you to buy. But if you want to buy the proper one, you can hire in a Darchen hotel. From last year, they give the proper cylinder,
Yeah.
very light one. But like portable, that if you use 3-4 times, then it will be finished. So it is nothing. But we are carrying proper oxygen, which is used for climbing. So 2-3 bottles we are carrying. So that's the reason only who get the problems, we will give them the oxygen. And if their problem will be not improved, then we will send them down. Okay, we need to send them down. And another thing, so when we are taking the decision, please do not push yourself, because when we are checking your oxygen is around 40, 45, 50, like these kind of things, this kind of situation, our doctor will suggest us what we need to do. Then if you need to go down, you need to go down. You don't need to push. Last time what was happened, one of our clients, there was 2 brothers. and they reached lately to the Derapuk. Once they reached there, the dinner was ready, and I called both of them come for dinner. Then the guy said, I will have a rest for 5 minutes and I will come. Then after 5 minutes, only one younger brother come, but older brother do not come. And I asked him, I asked the younger brother, where is your brother? He is sleeping. He is having rest. But Yakina and me, we worried about him. Why he is having rest? This is the late for dinner time. So why? We go there with the oximeter. We check. We found his oxygen was 42. Even his brother do not realize he is getting emergency situation. So that's the reason we measure and we give him oxygen. After half an hour we check, but even do not improve, then we immediately send him down in Darchen. Even after he arrived in Darchen also his oxygen was not improved, then we send him back to Nepal. And altitude sickness is doesn't matter, you are old, you are young, you've been there many times, you've been first time, like it doesn't matter. Even me also can get altitude sickness, because it depends on how I am treating my body in this time. Okay, like this kind of thing. So that's the reason. Don't think you are young, you can do it, and don't think you are old, you cannot do it. Because we have a record. One more than 75 years woman complete successful parikrama last year. So that's the reason she do not get the problem. But some like 20 years guys get the problems also.
So Diamox, when can we start taking it? Because on
So
fifth I'm going to-
Diamox medicine part I cannot prescribe, so we have doctors, so doctor will be prescribed. Okay. If you have any questions to me, please ask. Otherwise, I will hand over to doctors.
Quick question regarding that oxygen. So last question regarding oxygen.
Yeah.
So let's say if I want to have my own oxygen just to feel better,
Yeah.
what is the recommended level when you think okay this is good, like 70?
60,
70 is good.
up to 60. Okay, he will take.
Okay.
So I have a question on the Ashtapad.
Yes.
Is there a way we can go to Ashtapad during the?
Yeah, we can go to the Ashtapad, that is okay, but we don't have a time to go Ashtapad, sir, actual program. So if everybody come back, not staying in Derapuk, and then we just come down to the Darchen and stay in Darchen, and next day we can go Ashtapad, but that costs you money, okay? So that's the reason.
We have time.
But we will figure out these kind of things in later on.
Sure.
That is possible. Ashtapad is possible.
So one question on oxygen, like people are walking, right? There's people in the front, in the middle. So the oxygen is somewhere in the back, so the people will come,
We will have around 3 bottles of oxygen
different people.
with different people. Okay, so that's the reason when we will figure out once you are in Darchen,
Okay.
who can get the problems, who cannot get the problems, who is perfect, we will figure out. Okay, so then we will put our people according to people's, okay, like this kind of things, conditions. So that's the reason you don't need to worry that. This is why we will figure out this kind of situations. Because after we reach in Lhasa, Sigatse, like this, all areas we will know each other. And now I am seeing everybody have a smiley face. Once we are in the altitude, your face will be changed. Your face will tell. Okay, so that's the reason you don't need to worry.
Taking that oxygen just for safety, right? While
Yeah.
I'm-
Yeah, you can have
That's
one,
why
two.
I want to take. I want to buy like.
So you can buy in Lhasa, you can buy in Sigatse, you can buy in Saga, you can buy in Darchen.
Just personal, even though I might not need it, but just
Okay,
to
okay.
recommend so that it's a mental thing.
So you can
Just
buy
to-
in Lhasa.
Yeah. Okay.
No problem.
Well, that is my question.
Okay, so now okay.
I have a couple of questions on the porter. So, can we insist that the porter walk with us all the whole time?
Yeah. The rule is porters should be with you all the time. So that's the reason. That is sometimes there will be very good porter. They will take care you more than your son, like this kind of things, more than your own children, like this. But sometimes very rude also. Okay. So that's the reason. That time we will be there. That time we will be there, sir.
Nepali porter not available.
Normally, Nepali porter, yeah, that is a question normally we get, and
I
that
requested.
if we provide you Nepali porter, our porter will be stay with you,
Yes.
and our other 21 Yatri will be suffering.
Yeah.
So that's the reason we are thinking not providing Nepali porter from this time.
Okay.
This is main intention because
Language
we will be always nearby you.
Right.
So if we will have a limited staffs.
Yes.
And if like 4-5 people or like 2 people need to work with a yak carrying food, okay, and 2 people like me and Akin will be with you, and he will go to the tea shop first to arrange the rooms. So we don't have a staff left also.
Yeah.
So that's the reason. I'm sorry to say, but normally usually until last year we was providing, but this year we are thinking we will provide the good service, but we will ask Tibetan porter.
What language? Chinese or Tibetan? Mandarin? Like what language?
So they can they speak most of the Tibetan porters they speak Tibetan, but they understand Chinese also. Mandarin.
I don't think there's a Tibetan Google Translate. That's why.
But they will understand. They can some of them speak good Hindi also.
Oh, that is good.
Some of them, okay, but not all.
Yeah, thanks.
We can handle
Tea coffee provide कर देना ना. So yes,
One more question. And each porter can carry 8 kilograms.
yeah, 7-8 kilograms.
But the motor can be shared, right?
Suppose, sir, you have a pony, and if man get problem, and you say, okay, I don't need pony, I can hand over my pony to my wife. You cannot say that. Even pony cannot share, porter cannot share, like this kind of things. But sometimes, if you wisely do, don't like they don't see, but you can put 2% things like around 8 kilograms, and you can give them. Then.
So my wife can get 7 kilograms and I can put 1 kilogram in her bag and it'll be good.
Yes. Pony and porter is not about to share, okay? Tea coffee is coming, okay? What you want? Tea coffee is there, okay? You can take.
If we are traveling, like if I have my own porter and pony, then I can have a 13 kilogram bag myself, just for myself, or not 13 kilogram, like 7 kilogram bag myself.
No. 7 kilograms it
Not
will.
myself, with the porter carries it. No, how? Oh, 3 kilograms. Right?
Suppose like
3 kilograms.
one thing is 6 kilograms you can put in a duffel bag, and if you want more items you can have porter, and porter can carry another 8 kilograms. So 8 6 like 15 kilo. 15 kilograms, so you can, yeah, if you want to have a 2 porter also possible, but normally I don't.
No, what I mean is like because I'm not traveling with my husband or like my spouse. So
He talked about per person. He didn't say husband and wife.
no. He said 2 people in one duffel bag, right?
So you need to share with some of the. We will make some friends, okay?
Okay.
It's like Rajasi also alone. You are also alone. So we can figure out.
Okay, yeah, as long as that's fine.
You can share the duffel bag, but put separately in a
Yeah,
duffel bag.
in duffel bag.
We will manage that.
Yeah.
Don't take that headache. Okay, so now our doctor will brief you about the altitude sickness and the problems, like this kind of thing.
होइन चिया खानु गर्छ लाग्छ त्यो
Excuse.
So what language do you speak?
I can speak English, Nepali, Hindi, Maithili. Maithili.
Janakpur.
I am from Janakpur.
Janakpur.
वो राम का ससुराल से.
Nepal. You can get coffee, then I can talk.
आप शुरू हो रहे हो पता नहीं because this is very important for me.
हामीले खाने कति तपाईँले सुरु गर्नुभन्दा पहिला म एकिनलाई चिनाउँछु है.
त्यो सुरु उ गर्दा फेरि
औषधिबाट त त्यही हालेको छु कि हेर्दै थियो त्यही छ रिसेप्सन लोबीमै छ निकालेर सब फुकालिसकेपछि छुट्याउँदै थियो
अनि त्यतिकै छ हप्तेको
ओहो हराइहाल्छ नि.
हराउँदैन होइन
त्यहाँ जान
अघिको ठाउँमा बस्नु
कहाँ उठाएर फालिदिन्छ नि फोहोर हुँदैन
फोहोर भनेर फाल्दै हुन्छ.
मैले त्यहाँको स्टाफले भनेको थिएँ
उठाएर फालिदिन्छ नि
उसले ल्याइदिन्छ
कमललाई गर
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. Well, you will get the time. At 15-20 minutes.
Your question, sir.
From 7 years.
Was this augmented? Was it augmented or you haven't tried for like myeloplasty or to repair?
No, she had a surgery. It was unsuccessful. That was 6 years. 6 years. 29.
What happens if you never be traveling, especially with the flight and anything, you will feel little bit pressure.
She does.
You do so much for me.
My doctor had prescribed, I mean, also suggested that when we were taking off from the I just have to be right,
Usually with the course of 10 days, 10 days you don't need antibiotic like currently just to give some supportive treatment. If you have like either some antihistamines you can take or sometimes the steroids help. Okay.
I have tried also.
And most likely prevent the injury of the water. Because only water identified.
I do that.
If you can take 2%, it will be easily safer. You don't need to restart antibiotic. For that, we have to use otoscopy, like, or visit with the ENT specialist here. We don't have that right now. Which steroid you are getting? Prednisolone or any example? It also helps if there is
झोले पनि उसेल लाने के यस्तै उसेल लाने गाइडिङ उयो
not right now. Let's hold on. Like you can take
थोड़ा
difficulty in breathing.
Hello?
Even when you start
खोइ त यार के हो यार आज पनि नहुने हो
for now,
मैले त तपाईँको समस्या मैले चाहिँ बुझिरहनु पर्यो मेरो समस्या त कहिले हुन्छ है अनि तपाईँ पुरै निर्धक्क भयो भने फोन नगर्ने एउटा हिमालयन बैङ्क खुल्छ कहिले खुल्छ आज खुल्छ अब तपाईँ कस्तो काम गरेको यार ब्लक एमाउन्ट तपाईँ आफै तरिकाले मलाई के माया गर्छ न मैले पेमेन्ट मलाई कम फर्काइसक्यो यार पेमेन्टवालाले तपाईँले के सुन्नुभयो ल मलाई सोमबारै भन्यो भयो मलाई सोमबारै हुन्छ मेरो चाहिँ प्रब्लम नबुझ्नु अनि तपाईँ अब मलाई त्यस्तो भन्छ
I will give to him, you can contact him. Also, this one only.
त्यहाँ भएको दिनु नि त हुन्छ
We have, sir. We will provide you, sir.
आज का फ्लाइट में कुछ खाया उसके बाद probiotics and electrolytes. So it's still there from tomorrow also. Day and night we can give some more like that's very nice.
डाइमोक्स
Diamonds are good. Before that is given
ए दियो हो
Yeah, bitan. Yes, ma'am.
डायमोक्स भी आप ही देते हैं ना?
We will provide you.
that's what diamond.
छ डाइमोक्स 100 पिस ल्याइदियो फेरि अझै किने छैन त्यही मैले लिएर राखेको त रेडिसनमा अस्ति
We carry some antibiotics, but if you have already bought like any medicine from your home, you can carry it.
Okay, please, let's close. Let's have a conclusion, okay?
मैले लिएर राखेको अस्ति
Otherwise,
हजुर त्यो अस्तिको मैले लिएर
okay.
राखेको के
So before handovering to the doctor, I would like to introduce one of the important person for our tree. So before handover this place to the doctor, I would like to introduce one of the important person of our tree.
Yes.
So you need to know him. So he's Mr. Ekindra Basnet. He been to Kailash region more than 100 times. Okay. So he is one of the key part in our parikrama time. He have everything. He have all the knowledge. He have all the experience about the climbing also. So that's the reason he is one of the important person. He do not talk too much. So that's the reason we need to follow him in our parikrama time. We need to follow his habit also. In parikrama, most of the athletes they talk a lot and they lose their energy. So to save the energy also we don't need to talk a lot. Okay, that is the importance. That is serious things, yes. So that's the reason he is one of my key partner to make successful trip. Okay, so Ekindra Basnet.
Any other advice besides not talking?
I don't be competition. Some people say I can complete this 12 kilometers in 3 hours. I can be fast than others. I found some of the athletes from previous year. So that's the reason. If you do that, you will be alone there if you reach on a top also, and you don't know where to stay, which hotel, like this kind of things. So this will be the big problem. Okay. So that's the reason. Don't compete with others. Do as you can. Okay. And do not push yourself also. If you are really tired, really tough situation, you don't need to push. Some of the athletes push themselves also. So that is also harmful in altitude. So this is only our suggestion. But anyway, we will brief everything every day. What we are doing next day, what we need to do, what we need to carry, what kind of dress up we need to wear, like this kind of things. You don't need to worry. Even before flying to Lhasa, I will give you another information also what we need to do, like this kind of things. I already mentioned some of our athletes. Once we reach in Lhasa that night, we don't need to take the shower.
Yes.
Because we are flying from Kathmandu 1,300 meters to 3,700 meters. If we take the shower, it makes us sick quickly. This is the things also. So from previous athletes' experience, we found that. So that's the reason we can suggest. Yes, sir.
So, with this Sagar Baba festival,
Yes.
I believe a lot of people will be coming to that area. Is that correct or?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So
That's it. This time the Kailash will be overcrowded.
right.
That will-
So
that
in
will be sure.
Parikrama,
Yes.
Mud houses, are we guaranteed like is it pre-booked or is it like?
It is already pre-booked.
Okay, so we are
Pre-booked.
guaranteed.
We already give all the information to our Chinese partners, so that's the reason they already booked it. They said, okay.
Otherwise, what?
It is a big problem, yeah.
लॉटरी पे नहीं है बहुत बड़ी
लटरी
वो लॉटरी पे नहीं है
Another thing is
गिरी आपका जो गौरीकुंड है,
Yeah.
जैसे आपने कहा कि मानसरोवर का बॉटल लेके आएंगे, गौरीकुंड का भी आप लोग लेकर आएंगे?
Yeah,
Yes.
we
We
will,
have to go ourselves again.
So if you can go yourself, you can go. Otherwise, our people will try to help you. Okay? That will be, we will promise. Okay? No problem.
और बॉटल्स लेके जाने वाले हो यहाँ से? So यहाँ से हमें खाली एम्प्टी बॉटल्स लेके जानी है?
Empty bottle. To collect the water.
हाँ, किधर से लेंगे?
So you can buy here, you can buy in Lhasa, you
Lhasa.
can buy in Sigatse, like this. You don't need to worry about this kind of bottles. Okay?
Darchen.
Even sometimes you can buy in Mansarovar also. Before you start the parikrama, there is one point they are selling gallons like this kind of thing.
अरे बाबा ज्ञान नहीं
Yeah, normally so many of these they are doing this. They are carrying because you need to put in a check-in luggage.
So many people have asked at home.
They are taking dollars also for pony quarter. Okay, so that's the reason I don't suggest you to change the dollars to UN for pony quarter. But for like a daily usage, you can change like a $200-300 will be fine
Per person.
per person. Like
For the whole trip.
because normally you don't need to buy anything because food will be provided, hotel will be provided, so you don't need. But only in a parikrama time you need to buy some water and you need to give some tips to the like porters in the like distributing.
Do you provide water before parikrama or we have to get our own water before parikrama?
Before parikrama? So all the trip we will provide the water, but only on a way we are not able to provide the water
Only during the day.
during the daytime.
But is there any water streams flowing there or not?
There. But that water is not good to drink. We are carrying water from Kathmandu.
The reason I'm asking because we are carrying some filters.
Yes.
So I don't know how effective those filters, we'll figure it out. Otherwise, if it's not, then we'll go ahead and buy.
So you don't need to buy any things. Water, we will provide you the bottled water, which is from Lhasa, Sigatse, and Saga up to Saga. We will provide the water from Tibet. We buy in the shops and we will provide you. And after Saga, our crew will carry the water from Nepal, like 1 liter bottled water, same water what we are having here, and then you get that water. So every day, like 2 to 3 liters, you will get it. And
Do you know if those filters are effective or not?
normally not. We don't know actually like this.
My special.
These are ultraviolet.
Okay, then we are.
Oh, sanitizer. That's what.
So before we start the hike, like the parikrama, you will not give us water?
Yeah, we
You
will
will
give.
give us the water.
So
right?
while we are starting,
While if we finish the water, then you cannot give us
Yes.
Okay, oh.
so while we are leaving the hotel in Darchen, you will collect the water, 1 liter, 2 liter, how much you need. And if on the way it will be over, then you can buy in Tisa. Okay, on the way we cannot provide.
What about in the mud shop? Mud house.
But house also we will provide.
Yeah, that's what
We
I
will
want.
provide.
In the morning, just before our yatra starts, you will give us water, right?
Only in a parikrama time, daytime, we cannot provide.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Or normal.
One last question.
Yes.
Do you give us water to take home from Mansarovar?
We will give, but the bottle should be your own.
Get the bottle.
Because we should get the bottle.
Okay, now our doctor will give a little bit information about altitude sickness, like this kind of thing. Okay.
I will be just giving a one brief summary because most of the people you have your one evening plan today. So my name is Dr. Akshay Kumar sir. Okay, so I am originally from Janakpur, like but currently living in Kathmandu, all in Nepal. Let's start with the basic information. So what most people you have already researched about what is acute mountain sickness, what is high altitude cerebral edema, or the high altitude pulmonary edema related things. So one of the symptom is what happened is most of the people we live in the low altitude. Some people live in the 1,000 meters, some in the like 1,500, or some at sea level. So once you start to ascend upward, our body, our basic physiological is not accommodated according to the altitude. Because in altitude, oxygen saturation level is low. Basic atmospheric pressure is low. Like in the normal sea level is 760, the oxygen is like 100%. Whenever we go up, our oxygen level in the air is low. So even if you are breathing, like let's say in the normal, we breathe like 18 breaths per minute. Like you will be breathing 18 breaths per minute in the altitude, you will not get the same amount of oxygen. So that in response to that, our body like gives signal and breathing rate is start increasing. Now if when it reaches more than 30 or 35, you feel discomfort, like you get tired too early, because when you're breathing too fast, our body is utilizing more energy than what is required. So that's why people get respiratory symptoms, and the body is like body is one of the wonderful things. Like it get whatever it needs, like however it wants. Like if we want oxygen, it will break the increase the heart rate, it will increase the blood pressure, everything will gradually increase. So that's why even in the altitude our blood pressure is increased by like 20 milligrams. Like normal is 120/80, your normal same blood pressure will be like 130 140. It's like body is making it physiologically accomplished, you don't need medicines. So let's start. I will be like in the altitude, usually the symptoms mainly start after you reach 3000 meters. That's like around 9000 feet. In below 9000 feet, your body will not feel too much distress or anything. Usually once you reach 9000, 10,000 above, then your body start to having any symptoms. So the usual symptoms, as you know, is the like if you categorize it into a mild form, or that is like we don't care type of symptom. So that is like headache or nausea and dizziness. But this same thing, if the headache is mild, you can tolerate. Like sometimes when we come from work, we get some headache. That's like normal form of headache. If that type of headache, you can relax. You don't need to worry. You can take Tylenol. But if it is get too severe, sometimes the headache will be like throwing type. You could not control type of headache. You can also reach into the altitude. You haven't experienced. Like some people might have experienced migraine, then only they know how severe that headache can be. So the headache is the like symptom. Another common symptom is nausea, dizziness, and vomiting, diarrhea, anything. These are the like common. Because once we are in the higher altitude, our digestive system is slower compared to this. So that's why you will have less appetite to eat food. Once your digestion gets slow, you don't feel like every time you feel, oh, I'm bloating or something like that. That's why, so we suggest to take adequate food, drink water, relax. Whenever you get time, try to get relaxed. Okay. And for nausea and dizziness, you don't need to much worry. With the rest it go. But if you start vomiting, then you need medicine, some electrolytes and everything for that. Okay. And diarrhea mainly is happening because whatever the food that you take here or the back of is different when you take in the, it's like your dietary habit change. So it's like the body is not feeling comfortable. That's why some people do get diarrhea. In that case, if it is just once or twice a day, then with some medicine need to get better. But if it is like too frequent, like 5 times or 8 times, then with the dehydration you will be feeling not well. In that case, some people, even if they reach to the, let's say, Dartsin or above, they might have to stay there because with the continuous diarrhea. Okay. Other problem that we can have now in the, let's go in the little bit severe, is like continuous cough with the sputum, or fluid in the lungs, or fluid in the brain. And whenever you get like fluid in the lungs, it is called as pulmonary edema. Mostly it's due to the high altitude, and there you feel too heavy. Like whenever you breathe, you will feel like you are carrying your lungs with yourself. Now you don't know whether the heart or kidney, whatever is working. You don't feel our yeah, it's like habit. In that case, the treatment is always decent. Like even if you give like for fluid, you give any diuretics or any steroid to resolve, but sometimes unless you descend, even the 100-meter descent down gives better performance, because the body, most of the body like reabsorbs the fluid when you descend down. So that for that we have to keep monitoring you guys. We will be checking your saturation and everything. Even if you start having any problem, you will inform us, then accordingly we will plan. Okay. And another is a high altitude cerebral edema. The basic symptoms you will be having, you will be continuous dizziness, even while walking. So you will notice your steps are not in a like continuous pattern. The guide usually do monitor when the guests do walking. They monitors the feet in the like above 4,000 or 5,000 meter. So that's the incoordination, dizziness. Sometimes people get confusion or the some people do experience the like memory loss. They don't remember the what happened the last night. So if it's like if people have low oxygen and with cerebral edema, they do experience a lot of funny symptoms that you will feel, oh, I don't know, this can also occur, sort of things. Okay, so these are the like basic just methods. First, the normal minor one, diarrhea, headache, we can control. We will give medicine. We can proceed like with the rest and everything. We will proceed upward. But if any people get like too heavy lungs, like the pulmonary edema or cerebral edema, in that case, that guest or guide will stay either at that altitude or they will be descended down. But it's a lot better to. The priority is always your health. Like we can plan our mission and everything. If we have like severe issue, then the main plan is always to descend down. Okay, so that's just the basic summary. Now let's go for a little preventive aspect. Now on the prevention aspect, like there are certain medicines. Like these medicines do help. Like these are not the oh you once you start taking this medicine you will be feeling 100% cure or you will not get symptoms. These are not like that. These are those some supportive helping role. So the common you might already know is the Dimox. So Dimox is like acetazolamide. So it's what it causes. It produces excessive carbonate in the body, and in response, the body feel there's too much carbon dioxide because carbonate breaks down into carbon dioxide. So in response, the body start to this body need more oxygen. So the respiratory component get activated. So that's why it helps little bit to give little bit more oxygen. Okay, but it do have their own side effect. Like some people will feel tingling sensation, numbness in the finger. So once you start taking Dimox, if you feel this symptom, then don't need to worry. But without Dimox, even if you are feeling, then related to mountain. Because some people does not tolerate Dimox, so that people will get diarrhea and something. So if any people get diarrhea after taking Dimox, in that case we might stop the Dimox to that person. Okay, and very few people, like 1 in 1 lakh, you can say, people do get drug allergy reaction with the Dimox. They get like itching, some reaction. Okay, so I haven't seen in this Indian supplement, but most of the white people do get like, and that can be cured. So if you feel any allergic reaction, just inform us. Okay. Another medicine preventive is you can take is steroid. The commonly used is dexamethasone. Okay. If you have any respiratory issue like COPD, asthma, or any past history, then I would suggest you can take the steroid even from the starting of the tour. But if you don't have, then you don't need to. Just take Dimox. Usually the Dimox dose we prescribe is like 125 milligram twice a day. But once you start having symptoms like headache, dizziness, nausea, anything, that will increase the dose like 250 milligram twice a day. That's the full dose of Dimox. Okay. Starting will be always 125. So the tablet they give, they will be 500 milligram tablet. So you break the tablet, take half in the morning, half in the night. But once you start having either headache, dizziness, or nausea, anything, because it's mainly related to altitude. If in this altitude you complain of dizziness or nausea, then we have to find the etiology, like, oh, what is the other cause? In the altitude, most of the likely is due to altitude. So with the Dimox, they do help something to better. Okay. So in that case, you take full dose. Now we are talking about dexamethasone. So if anybody have respiratory issue, they can inform us. They can start taking dexamethasone from the starting of the trek. The usual dose will be like 4 milligram twice a day, but if people's saturation goes down like below 70, below 65 during the trek or feel too discomfort, then they will get the full dose of 4 milligram 4 times a day. Okay, that's in the tablet form. And another tablet that some people might need is nifedipine. That is only we give, or sildenafil if you have hypertension or pulmonary congestion. Like most of the people do have hypertension, and then with the altitude, due to the normal response, your body will get more increase blood pressure, like 10 to 20 milligram, every person blood pressure will be increased. So if people do have hypertension, then either they take their, continue their medicine, and if needed, then we will add nifedipine or the sildenafil. Okay, so that's help with all the pulmonary congestion that can occur. That's the basic preventive medicine. Other medicine that are the like curative, like if you get headache, we get Tylenol. If it's too severe, we mix with the ibuprofen sort of thing. If you get cough, then accordingly we add cough syrup or some antihistamine, because most of the cough or sore throat is due to allergen, the dust. Usually this with the mountain, in Nepal part you get snow. In the Tibet part you get like stony mountain. So there's like little dusty and everything. So mostly related due to allergens, so we give antihistamine. And if the cough is still too frequent, then we add some antibiotic. Usually we give is augmentin or the azithromycin. Okay, that's the thing. Now let's go for diarrhea. In diarrhea also we give probiotics, electrolyte. We carry electrolytes and some antibiotic also. So I will suggest, like, you know your own body. Like sometimes people push too much. Like eat whatever you can. Either even if you don't want to have solid food, try to get soup or the water, because if you don't give energy through the food, like we don't have any option to give IV saline, and it's like not too sterile environment to do the pricking and anything there. So you have to give most of the things through oral only. So you have to be more precautious. Do take care of your own self, and like Hari suggests, like we have to like drink plenty of water. Usually we suggest like drink 2 to 3 liters of water. And one of the need to drink water is, one is like we get tired, all the sweating and the perspiration. Another is, once you start taking Dymox, you will get increased urine output. So to replace that the urine, you need the water. Okay. Sometimes with the Dymox, people also the Dymox also increase more sodium and potassium load, because that have diuretic property. They extract more sodium from the kidney than the normal. So some people may need extra electrolytes. They mix in the water and you can drink. So you need to care and everything. Now when you say like you have pulmonary edema, or let's say some people do get pneumonia, so in that case your saturation will get too low, like it reaches 40, 50, 60s, okay, and you will be constantly coughing. Some people do cough out blood also, okay. In that case, we give oxygen. Then also the person that have that symptom need to calm down, get some rest, and usually like if they descend like 100,000 to 1500 meter down, they feel lot better. So don't worry too much. Okay? Last year there was one incidence of urinary bladder retention. I would suggest don't hold urine. Like he hold the urine for whole 9 hours of the bus journey, and due to that he got retention of the urine, and we have to descend him down, put the Foley's catheter. So don't hold urine for long duration. Okay, like there are breaks during the bus ride usually do pass on, because some people, if they hold in the old age, usually the male, our prostate glands are little larger, gets larger, so they can get issues. So I suggest like have your normal bowel habit. Don't hold or like I will do later. Okay, so you need to keep care about yourself. That's the thing. And another, the oxygen part that you have asked, usually from the lower, from the Kerung you get oxygen, a small pump, but I will not, if you carry that for like 30 to 40 pops only, so it's not sufficient oxygen. In the Darsan they do have like 1.3 kg of oxygen, and with the backpack that's around 1.7 to 1.8 kg. You can carry the backpack, and in that oxygen, if we go give in the low flow like 0.5 liter per hour, it usually sustains for 4 to 5 hours. That's like something adequate for the journey. Like if people need oxygen, then they can carry 2 such backpacks. Okay, so backpacks cost like something 250 yuan. You need to give the rent price, and when you return back, then they will give you rent price, something like that. So you can carry that oxygen. That oxygen is better than from carrying the pops. Okay.
The porter can carry it? The
Porter can carry. You can. It's like 1.8 milligram.
But if I take the horse, I will not be able to carry it. That's why.
No, you can carry. With oxygen, you can carry.
Oh, because on the Kund and Muktinath, which is already at a higher altitude.
In fifth,
Can I
yeah.
start taking Diamox from the fourth?
No need. You are using helicopter and you are not spending like
time
more than an hour over there. So that's the reason you don't need it.
Usually, I would suggest like before you book the Chengdu flight, 5th.
On Lhasa flight.
That's a flight.
Sixth.
6th, like on the 5th night, you can start with the half.
So I had taken Diamox before. The challenge is when I take Diamox, I get the symptoms like tingling and all, but I have to use the
Bathroom.
washroom multiple
Yeah.
times. That's why if there is a flight, then there is a challenge, right? So just asking to be on the safe side. When can I start taking on the fourth? or-
Flight कति time को छ?
Flight त 3 घण्टाको हैन?
3 घण्टा.
Lhasa.
Oh, only
3 घण्टा
3
होइन
hours.
3 hours.
2.5 घण्टा.
2.5
2.5
hours.
hours. So for you, like I would suggest at least drink 3 liter water, and in one bottle at least is use electrolyte, because
Yeah.
with more urine fecundation, your sodium and potassium, they both are little bit excreted compared to the normal. With the use of Diamox, it gets excreted a little bit more.
Yeah.
So we are carrying our own electrolyte, but are you guys carrying?
Yes, we do.
electrolyte or give to people every day?
Yeah, we do carry the electrolytes. So usually in the Nepal or India, there is ORS, we call it.
Yeah.
It's like the prescribed form with the certain glucose and everything they provide.
But you recommend people to carry their own at least?
If they have, like you don't need to buy here. If they have bought from their home, then you can carry. Otherwise, we can provide.
So okay, any question to our chef?
One question.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, what's the name?
We are going to Mount Everest base camp. If we reach there, it is like 8,000. The people who are worried about their oxygen level, we think it will give them the idea that it should be okay if you can have.
Usually, that's two different things. Because once you are using helicopter, there's a certain ascent.
No, no.
No, not the
Tibet side, Everest base camp.
Everest base camp.
Tibet.
Not Nepal side.
Driving.
Oh, okay.
Tibet.
On
Tibet
our
going.
way, you're
Yeah.
stopping at the base camp and going to the parikrama.
Yeah.
So the stop at base camp, will it give us an idea how we're going to do it parikrama? This same.
You-
can we
Okay,
do
okay.
it?
Let me clear on it. Okay, we are slowly climbing, so that's the reason 3,700 to 5,200. Last is 3,700. So slowly going up. So that's the reason you will not get any problem. But you already started to use the Zolamite.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the reason it will be cure. And in Everest base camp, we are not going to spend more than 1 hour. Okay, so when we are driving from New Tingri to Everest base camp, it takes 2 hours for us. Okay, so that's the reason in 1 hour we will spend in base camp, high altitude, like 5,200. We already crossed 5,000, so that's the reason you don't need to worry about it. So it will be fine, but you need to wear proper dress. That is the importance.
That's why we have all this luggage. Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Like usually you get your like how the weather depend. Like even if you do the base camp view, that's like early phase of your trekking. Like that's within 2 or 3 days. Now when you start the do parikrama, that's like around day 6 or 7. Your body start to get fatigue and you don't know the weather. Here you might get good weather. Later on, if you get little bit cold or like windy weather, then the body response is different. So you can get tentative assumption, but we cannot be 100% sure. Like here, it will be like this. Nobody can guess like how the body responds. Like even some people do like multiple times, some days or some moment they can get any symptoms. So you can get your assumption like how my body is tolerating and everything, but we cannot be always 100% sure.
Okay. So we will brief you every day also. So you don't need to worry about these kind of things, and you need to cooperate with us, and you don't need to skip any food any day. If you got any problem, also just doctor already suggest you. Even if you are not hungry, also just have some soup, some juice, like these kind of things, because people do not want to eat anything normally in altitude because they don't feel hunger and they will tired also. So that's the reason. That will be big mistake if you skip the lunch, dinner, breakfast, like these kind of things. And drinking water is important. So this is the importance. So if you cooperate with us, and we will definitely treat you like your son, your brother, your friend, like this way. And our intention, I already mentioned you, we are going to take you safely to the parikrama, make the successful parikrama, and send you back safely from Nepal to your family and friends.
One question.
Yes.
Like, just we are not willing to eat anything. Can we take our vitamins what we are bringing with us?
You can take vitamins all the time. It's
All
like
the time.
supplementary. But it is necessary. Like you need to get calories.
Eating is important.
Okay, this is the things. And do you have any questions to our chef?
Do we get momos in the?
Okay. So okay, we are going to give, we are trying to give you the different taste. Okay, so that's the reason you will get dumplings also. You will get sometimes pizza also, French fries also, like this kind of things. We will try to increase your weight.
Chatamani you get in Kathmandu.
No, you'll get 5 course meal from every lunch.
Like this kind of things. And do you have any question to our Panditji,
So
Guruji?
sorry, just quick question. So on 5th evening, will you all tell us
Bola
what time we can start taking the
Okay,
diamond?
that one
You
level
can
diet.
take I will suggest all to take after breakfast or dinner like. But you can take even in the empty stomach. They don't have any specific.
No, on 5th if we start the diamond, will there be a meeting when we take the diamonds, or you just tell us, text us, take the...
No, you can take like these are like informal setup. From WhatsApp they will be active.
Yeah, if they mention, okay, time to start taking.
Usually from the 5th evening you can take.
5th evening, okay. Sorry.
I have a question regarding just general statistics, right? Out of every 100 people who want to do this and get to the archon, how many are able to actually finish?
Okay. Actually finish. So there's two aspects. In the last year trip, in the Darsen, some from Derapuk, Darsen. From Darsen we have sent around like in a group of 80 people we sent one time 5 people down. In a group of 60 people one time we have sent 7 people down. From Darsen.
Derapuk.
From Derapuk. So usually 5 to 10% people goes down from the Derapuk. Usually till that say people are fine. So once they walk 12 kilometers, then they start having symptoms. Because till that time you don't have to do any walking, you are doing all the ride in the bus. So once you reach Derapuk, then the people get, Derapuk is like 5100 to 5200 meters. That's like around like 16,000 feet. So there the people start having symptoms. And usually the cough and everything. Some people do have saturation in that. Most people will have saturation in the like 70s to 80s. And in the 70s you can tolerate. Below 70s, then we have to be more cautious.
Okay.
Roughly 10 to 20% people kind of
10%.
But one thing, this time we're gonna break the record. So we make 100% succeed. So this is our intention.
100%.
100% succeed.
Have you ever had 100% success
Yeah, we had
before?
last month also.
That's cool. Yeah, they was, I saw the text.
Yes.
Cool.
But we had a small group, okay, last month.
How small was the group?
Like only 10 people.
10 people.
But anyway, we already break the record last year also, like around 25 people, all the 25 people did the parikrama also. So that's the reason our intention is to make 100% succeed. So for that you need to cooperate with us. You need to tell all your problems, small problem also you can share with us, then we can have a solution, then we can do it. Because last year we had a experience, last year 3 people who had a sickness in Saga. We need to take them to the hospital. After giving EB, they complete the parikrama, they complete the Charani Sparsha also. So that's the reason. You can imagine if you feel sick also, you don't need to be hopeless. We can cure it and we can continue it. So this is the important thing. But for that, you need to tell us on time. This is the importance, okay? Like these things.
Anybody from Monte Rosa ever had to come back
She
down?
has a question.
Sorry?
Has anybody from Monte Rosa ever had to come back down?
Staff? Staff or clients?
Staff.
Staff not yet. Yeah.
So like, I know Dirampuk and Darchin, like it's so tough. Like most of the people come back. Like when you're giving diamox, just over there for like a day, can you give dexamethasone to prevention, not for treatment, to kind of increase the success rate?
So it's like depend upon the person to person basis. Usually our adult, this young age lungs are sufficient to hold. If people have any past history of lung disease, then I suggest to take the even above the 3002, they can start taking dexamethasone. People who have any past history of lung, or with this hour, usually we don't have too much issue with the like saturation.
Because you're saying 5 or 6 come back, so maybe you could have prevented that by giving them in advance, at least for a day, to see till they like.
It's like preventive. You
Yes.
even if we give, we cannot be 100% because
Yeah.
people do get like with the like because by the time that is already like day 8, day 10, the body start to getting fatigue, and with every day of travel, your body is accumulated the tiredness. So like we assume like short tour. If it's like 3 days tour, you complete and you don't feel anything. But if it's longer tour, usually they do get some symptoms. We can be little preventive. So once any people have it, the saturation is lower in the 70s, we start dexamethasone in the 70s. If the saturation is good, we don't.
So, okay.
A follow-up question, same one, right? Is there any drawback to just, some people may not have known issues, but it could be unknown issue, right? Until now it didn't surface. So is there any drawback to taking dexamethasone as a total preventive, and are there any drawbacks?
Usually, unless people have allergy, dexamethasone is one of the safest drugs.
Yeah.
Like dexamethasone, similar to Tylenol, like it's like one of the safest drugs. And this works with like lots of medicine. Like steroid is like, there are two things. One is like steroid is a miracle. Even if you are skin disease, long disease, any disease that they work. Funny thing, because they suppress the immune system and they do have their own. Just if people use long time, then only they get like over increase weight and everything. That's the effect on the long time. On the short term, usually no. Without, if you have any comorbidity, you can get dexamethasone.
Okay. So the briefing will be
So do
every,
you recommend
every
us
day.
to take both?
Usually you take acetazolamide, you use Dexa once your saturation goes below 80s or 70s, then you start to take the therapy.
Last question, do you check it regularly for every one of us, or do we have to?
No, when we saw your condition, we will check. We will ask you, please give us a finger. We
No,
will
the
check.
oxygen
Yes,
level.
oxygen,
We
we will
don't check
check.
it every day.
We don't need to check. Sometimes people use the Apple Watch and that is not that's not giving the accurate things, okay, like this kind of thing. So that's the reason people feel hopeless also. Do not believe on your Apple Watch also sometimes.
You guys have oxygen.
Okay, anyway, there are many tour operators who operate the tour. But Monterosa is one and only one company which never have any bad records. So we take our athletes safely to the Kailash and safely send back to their home. So this is our promise. So this is our intention. The life is more important than other things, okay? So this is why when we are in the parikrama, if you get any problems, you need to share your problems and then we can decide we can continue or we can send you back. So that is one important thing. But all the briefing we will do every day. So every day what we do next day we will brief in the evening. So that's the reason you don't need to worry. And now we are going to provide you the backpacks like this kind of thing. But before that, Ganesh sir want to tell something. And if you have any questions to our Panditji, you can ask the questions to the Panditji. But he will travel with us. He will try to make our journey spiritual and successful, and on our way also we will do some bhajan kirtan and like this kind of things, okay? And if you can dance also over there.
If you can sing, you can also sing. Like they provide the mic in the bus.
You said don't talk. Now you're saying sit.
No, in a bus. While we are in a parikrama, we can talk.
Parikrama only talk to God.
Yeah.
That's it. Mind.
Like
We
this
have
kind of
long
thing.
journey in the bus. Like they give the
No
mic, you
talking
can
to each
sing. Some people will have their own song.
I have a question regarding this. Like, is he going to do only pujas or also give some discourses or some kind of spiritual discourse? Or pravachan.
Pravachan
पंडित
puja.
प्रिपेयर करके आना.
बहुत सारे stories.
Is it only for pujas or pravachan. Pravachan also.
Normally only for puja.
Only for puja.
Oh, yeah, like this kind of.
But we can listen to pravachan if you want to.
So if you want to listen the pravachan, he is the Pandit. He is study in India. He is a lecturer of, speaker of the Gita, Bhagavat. So he doing also here 7 days Gita, Bhagavat, every places the people invite. So he can give also. So you have to tell. Sometimes the yatri complain, no need this pravachan and this that and So everybody have a one word. Everybody want to listen, so he can do. Otherwise, some people want to listen pravachan, and some people doesn't want. So you have to be separate. And who want to listen, you sit and he will do also.
Yes.
So it is your choice. So the guide always with you, and he will manage these things.
Yes.
If we get listen to highlights of Vedanta, that would be great.
Questions also will come in Gita.
Okay, we can debate in boss, no problem.
You have a choice. They
Not
can
debate,
dancing
just
or
yeah, no debate.
Singing, dancing or
debate,
or
yeah.
debate. You have choice.
So do you
Two
speak
different
Hindi?
हिंदी में
Hindi.
He can.
Hindi.
जी जी
He studied in India, so without Hindi, how comes he cannot speak English
नहीं
as
अगर केरला
well.
से तो नहीं आएगी, इंग्लिश ही आएगी.
English.
वैसा
केरला वाले
नहीं है,
बहुत
आपको
अच्छे
कहना कलर पे मत जा.
तो क्या शुरू में गीता इंग्लिश में लिखा था और हिंदी में और संस्कृत में, तो मैटर वो आता है.
Correct.
तो वो तो संस्कृत का आता ज्ञाता है. तो हम
प्रवचन सुना देंगे तो अच्छा लगेगा.
माहौल भक्ति में होना
मेरा
चाहिए
हिंदी उतना अच्छा नहीं है.
ऐसो कर देना.
I understand it.
2 मिनट प्रवचन गीता को 2 मिनट.
प्रवचन गीता. That is good, right?
नमस्कार, नमो नमः. सहना भुनक्तो सहनो भुनक्तो सह वीर्यं करवामहे मा विद्विषावहै. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. अस्तु. परमाध्यक्ष अखिल कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक भगवान अकारण करुणावरुणालय भक्तवांछा कल्पतरु भगवान की असीम कृपा से जीवन में सुतधारा पदजाइयों, जीवन में पुत्र धन संपत्ति वैभव ये सब प्रारब्ध से मिलते हैं. लेकिन भाग्योदय न बहुजन्म समर्जिते न सत्संगमं चलवते पुरुषो यथा वै. जो भगवान का सुकृत माने कल्याण करने वाला जो कार्य रहता है, वो कार्य करने के लिए भगवान की ही अनुकंपा से और उनकी ही कृपा से ये सब प्राप्त होता है. तो जीवन में धन वैभव पद प्रतिष्ठा ये सब प्रारब्ध के अनुसार आते हैं. जैसे दिन होता है तो रात होता है, रात के बाद में दिन रहता है. इसी प्रकार हमारे प्रारब्ध से सुख दुख का परिवर्तन क्रमशः रहता है. लेकिन उससे अलावा भिन्न जो सत्संग हमें मिलता है, प्राप्त होता है, वो विशेष गुरुजनों की और भगवान की कृपा से अनुकंपा से हमें प्राप्त होता है. तो सत्संग बहुत तरीके से किया जाता है. सत्संग का परिभाषा बहुत है. सत्शास्त्राणाम संग इति सत्संग. सत्शास्त्रों का सत्संग संग करने से हमें सत्संग का लाभ मिलता है. सद्ग्रंथानाम संग अथवा सद्भक्तानाम संग. हम ग्रंथों का अधिकार अध्ययन नहीं कर सकते हैं, उनको नहीं समझ सकते हैं तब भी, जैसे साधु विद्वज्जन गुरुजन पंडित जन, इनका अगर सत्संग मिले संग मिले तो वो भी सत्संग माना जाता है. और सब तीर्थानाम संग ही सत्संग. जहाँ भी हम भगवान में जिस जिस भावों में जिस स्थानों में भारतवर्ष में अवतरित हुए और लीला प्रकट की, उस स्थान को नाम तीर्थ बोलते हैं. तीर्थ बोले तरणात् तारयति इति तीर्थ. जहाँ जाने से हमारा जन्म मृत्यु का तरण हो जाता है, हम जन्म मृत्यु के चक्कर में नहीं फंसते हैं, उस क्षेत्र का नाम तीर्थ होता है. विशेष करके मोक्षदायी का तीर्थ 7 प्रकार के बताए गए. अयोध्या, मथुरा, माया, काशी, कांची, अवंतिका, पुरी, द्वारावती चैव सप्तैताः मोक्षदायिका. ये अयोध्या, मथुरा बोले तो मथुरा वृंदावन, माया बोले तो हरिद्वार, काशी, कांची कांचीपुरम साउथ में, काशी कांची अवंतिका उज्जैन, पुरी द्वारावती चैव द्वारकापुरी और जगन्नाथपुरी, ये 7 मोक्षदायक है। लेकिन इनसे भी विशेष बढ़ करके हम सनातन हिंदू धर्मावलंबियों के लिए कैलाश पर्वत एक अद्भुत अत्यंत ही महत्वपूर्ण है, क्योंकि कैलासे रम्यते रम्य शिव पार्वतीयोर जनाः तत्र गम्यतयोर नित्यम दर्शनम केवलम मोक्ष गुरु इति। ये कैलाश परिसर में जाने से ही आदमी मोक्ष का अधिकार बन जाता है। अन्य तीर्थों में जाने के बाद में वहाँ पे भजन करना पड़ता है, तीर्थों का जो नियम है उस नियम से रहना पड़ता है। दान, नित्य स्नान, जैसे अयोध्या में हम बैठे तो सरयू का स्नान नहीं किया तो तीर्थों का फल नहीं मिलता है। वृंदावन में बैठे तो मथुरा का वो यमुना जी का स्नान आवश्यक रहता है। तो इसी प्रकार के जिन जिन तीर्थों में भी जाते हैं तो वहाँ के अलग अलग महत्व रहते हैं। लेकिन कैलाश ऐसा तीर्थ है जहाँ पे केवल जाने से ही संपूर्ण पाप नष्ट हो जाते हैं, कुछ करने का वहाँ पे कोई भी आवश्यकता नहीं है। फिर भी हम जाते हैं तो वहाँ पे हवन, रुद्राभिषेकम, उसके बाद में जो अपने पितरों के तृप्ति के लिए जो पिंडदान, महत्व तो वहाँ का तर्पण का है। कैलाश में तर्पण का महत्व रहता है और काशी में, गया में पिंड का महत्व रहता है। तो वो भी करते हैं, करते भी हैं, शरीर से करते हैं। लेकिन सबसे बड़ा मन है हमारा, क्योंकि हमारे 10 इंद्रिय है ना, एक 5 ज्ञानेंद्रिय है जो ज्ञान देते हैं, 5 कर्मेंद्रिय जो कर्म करते हैं। तो इनका एक राजा है मन। तो इसीलिए श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण में भी बताया गया है कि मन एव मनुष्याणाम कारणम बंध मोक्षयोः। मन ही आदमी का बंधन का भी मोक्ष होता है और मोक्ष का भी कारण रहता है। जैसे ताला रहता है, ताला एक ही चाबी होता है, चाबी इधर घुमाया तो ताला बंद होता है, अगर चाबी इधर घुमाया तो खुल जाता है। इसी कारण से मन भी संसार में लगे तो बंधन का कारण, अगर परमात्मा के शरण में लगे तो मोक्ष का कारण। इसीलिए अन्य जैसे हम टूर में जाते हैं, यात्रा में रहते हैं, ऐसा यात्रा नहीं है ये, क्योंकि ये अलौकिक यात्रा है। इस यात्रा को करने के लिए सबसे बड़ा मन से आप परमात्मा को चिंतन करते रहिए। और यहाँ पशुपतिनाथ में भी हवन, पूजन, भगवान का अभिषेक, भगवान का दर्शन करके जो अत्यंत पवित्र ऊर्जा लेकर के हम यहाँ से भगवान का नाम स्मरण करते हुए हम यात्रा को प्रारंभ करेंगे। और जो भी चर्चा करनी हो, ऐसे तो नहीं कि हम पूर्ण ज्ञाता नहीं है, तो अशित गिरी समम स्यात् कज्जलम सिंधु पात्रे, समुद्र का जल को मशी बना करके, इंक, और जितने भी संसार के वृक्ष हैं उनका पेन बना करके, और आकाश को कपी समझ करके अगर भगवान के महिमा को वर्णन किया जाए तब भी पार नहीं लगा सकते हैं। इसलिए जो हमें आता है गुरुजनों की कृपा से जो अध्ययन किया वो आपके समक्ष हम शेयर करेंगे। आपके प्रश्न का भरसक हम उत्तर देने का प्रश्न यथासंभव प्रयत्न करेंगे। अगर ये कहते हुए आपका तीर्थ
ventilator in your room, sometimes all blocked because this is a windy areas and the Tibetan blocked by plastic or whatever. And if oxygen level is low, is blocked all, if you door, so you have a problem for the health by oxygen getting. So you have to check also. You have to remind them also. They will check also, especially in Mansarovar Lake and during the parikrama time. They have a ventilator open or not. They put a small ventilator in a hole also. Sometimes the Tibetan put plastic to make a warm enough inside. So that case you have to, very careful. Mud house. So you have to careful, you have to check. And if you feel not well, immediately you have to put message or you have to call the Hari or doctor. Doctor anytime will be available.
So signal is there?
A single you have to check it. So I was in 2010 and 2016, 17, 18. So that time our one staff in big, it was a big problem for the breathing in Mansarovar Lake because the ventilator was closed, everything. And immediately he supplied the oxygen and he got the life. Mobile signal is you can check mostly all places are working. And if you have your own mobile phone like a US number or any other country's number, if you have a roaming system, is working everywhere. So you can buy also Nepali SIM is called Ansel. You can buy the package, a roaming system. You can use also data. You can use also phone call. It's a very cheap. So
Nepali SIM works in Tibet?
yes, this is a roaming, then
Roaming
working
system.
everywhere.
It
And-
costs you 190 rupees every day.
Every day or 200 something like that. That means almost $1.5. $1.5
per day.
per day, and you get data also.
But
In
the
China,
the signals are okay. Even the
yes,
plan,
yes,
the signals
yes.
are-
The US network also works good.
If you have an international roaming in your phone, you don't need to buy SIM card from Nepal or Tibet. You can use your own phone,
But more expensive than.
but it can
this.
be expensive also.
No, it's expensive compared to that.
If you have India phone, then you can buy from that card as well. So, but the bottom line is you have to have a roaming now.
Indian network is
नेटवर्क त हामीलाई थाहा छैन हामी
Yes.
US and Nepali SIM also.
US and Nepali SIM are working. Other SIM may be working if roaming system.
Indian network many Indian
चाइनिजहरू वर्किङ गर्दैन त्यहाँ के अरे
Sometimes the Chinese SIM is not working and they will not provide any SIM for the tourist. So you cannot buy. And they have a controlling Facebook, is all social medias. So only WhatsApp also, if you have apps, download and you can use. Otherwise, when you reach there and you do download, is no way, not working, not download.
VPN.
And VPN,
WhatsApp work?
yes.
You have to
So
have
when we go to
Data
Manipur,
worse than.
how do we check the ventilators? We have to go and make sure the holes.
They will help you. I mean, sometimes you have to remind. If you are inside and you feel not good breathing, so you feel, and so you have to check it.
No, I'm like, I don't want to wait till I feel bad. How do I be proactive and check when I go into a mud house if the ventilator is open?
Yes, sir.
How
So
do we check?
they will check. They will check.
So one main thing is in Mansarovar, Derapuk and Jutulpuk. These three places we need to check the ventilator because in this area already oxygen is low, and if you close everything and if 4 people sleep in one room, we consume the oxygen and there is no inflow. So that will makes problem. So that's the reason we suggest you every day we check also to open door or to open little bit window. That would be very good. Okay, like this kind of things because oxygen can pass.
How many person in a room?
4 to 5 people in one room.
So while you will there, you decide ladies room, ladies stay one room or couples stay one room. You have to decide, and then he will manage that
Yes.
way also. And who are taking pony or porter, you have to tell till manserver. Once you decide and paid, and then the money will, after a few minutes you cancel, they will not refund you because they will call to the pony person in village and they need to bring down minimum 1 day. So if you cancel, they already start to
Started.
come and then go, they lose 2 days and they will not refund you all money.
Can we confirm now? I know I need a pony and pony.
So he is a leader, he will tell you.
Okay, I can ask you before Mansarovar. Okay, no worries. Yes.
I will remind you every time
Yeah, yeah.
I need one.
No, I already have set up on my mind, so no worries. But you need to.
So you have a tour leader,
Yeah.
you have a guide, and you have a Tibetan guide also. Without Tibetan guide, we cannot operate the trip. So every check post need to Tibetan guide to clear checking.
Can we keep a dholak in the bus?
Dholak?
कौन ले आप ले
Dholak, Damaru,
Damru, Damru.
Dholak.
अरे बहुत मजा आएगा.
हाँ बहुत मजा आया. और किसी को
तर यहाँ फेरि इमिग्रेसनमा लानु दिँदैन
दिएन भने फरक हुन्छ. So
नासाको इमिग्रेसन
till to date nobody taken Dholak. So we don't know about the immigration and custom in.
they allow or not because that is
But animal product is banned in China, so you cannot carry animal product, any animal product.
That is leather. So
leather. So that's the reason not allowed it. So this is very good.
Leather त लागिहाल्छ नि. Food चाहिँ हो.
Animal को leather हुन्छ नि त्यसमा.
Animal leather also we don't know, nobody taking in Tirtha Yatra. So I don't know, but animal product, food, anything not allowed.
यता रोडबाट जाँदा शङ्ख त लान्दिँदैन अनि त्यो ढोलक खाँदैन.
अब त्यो त
लासामा लान्दिनँ भनेर त्यही छोड्नु भयो
सुरेश जी
क्लोज गर्नु.
सबैलाई नै भइसक्यो पसन्द जानु नै अगाडि 5 बजी
अरे बहुत मजा आएगा.
So
ढोलक ही क्यों आप कुछ मेटल में प्ले
मतलब ढोल मंजीरे भी बजाते हैं।
हाँ.
Dole to that leather is.
Because today I was surviving, I had problems.
You can wear, you can wear.
I can
Today is only Ganga.